And welcome back. That was a strong one.
Holy crap-a-moly.
Alyssa's got bruises on her hands now after that one.
My man's hurt.
Welcome back. We are to dive 4. Thank you once again for joining, waiting to see what mischief or death awaits us on our adventure.
The kobolds are coming.
The kobolds are coming.
The kobolds are coming.
Coming to take me away.
Yes. So we hope that you'll enjoy the episode.
You guys.
We are waiting to see if one more will join us. So in the meantime, we'll be playing for Tim, who plays Mazda Moonday. But
He's just going to be reeling the whole time. It's fine.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we'll do what we always do. My name is Aaron. I'm going to be DMing this bunch of maniacs. And then we'll start with our introductions with Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm playing Boz, the Wood Elf Druid.
I am Alyssa. I am playing Ayala, the Highborn... the Highborn Reborn? High Elf Reborn?
Hi, Elf Reborn.
High Elf Reborn Warlock. There
You're
we go.
highborn now.
Words are hard.
It's been so long you forgot who you were. Well, my name is Michaela. I'm playing Helene the Halfling, and I am a rogue.
Hi, I'm Jaden, and I will be playing Azure, the Tiefling Barbarian.
And together we are to
To
die
die for.
Woo! Jesus.
Okay, R2-D2. All right. So,
Oh my god.
last time, the party, having ventured into the canyon on their way to Suderheim, decided to take I think it was the left path. No, it was the right path.
right
It was
path.
the right path. I always thought it was the left, but it was actually the right path. Because they got a little bit lost and they weren't sure which way to go. Going down the right path, the party ventured on. They saw a cart covered in dust, and as they started to look around before they investigated the cart, they noticed that there were a lot of things on the wall with big heads and big eyes and wings, and they were staring at them. And before they could really mess with them, the party decided no, and continued farther down the same path.
Just keep swimming.
The party continued on for a while. It seems like whatever those creatures were did not continue on, or it wasn't like a hive or a nest, nor did they follow them. So the party just leisurely continued on their way, eventually coming to this large, open, like dried up basin area where they took a break, had lunch, and on the far side they did see what seemed to be an entrance into a cave. Party went in. Well, specifically, Mans initially went in to be a bit of a guide. Ayala followed, and then Helene and Azure and Boz, with Kron, the Warforged party member that has been with him, decided to offer to stay back. As they were going in, that's right, that was the other lure of it. You saw this little trail of copper coins. So the piece of candy effect really came in. And as you guys continued on, Helene did notice what seemed to be a sack of coins. Mans was going first as Ayala cautioned Helene, but Mans made it right up, seemingly no issue. And as Helene and Ayala proceeded forward, they fell subject to a pitfall trap as they fell down. Well, Ayala and Mans fell down. Helene was able to catch herself. Yes. You're able to catch a hold of the ledge and save yourself. With that, Boz then turned into a lizard, using his wild shape, and scurried on down, which left both Azure and Helene on top.
And they all were freaking out.
Yep, Ayala. Yeah, Ayala, as she was down there, freaked out, and as Boz...
He deserved it.
Yeah. What was it, a firebolt?
No,
No.
Blast.
Lightning? Eldritch Blast.
It was Eldritch.
Eldritch Blast, but you
Force
rolled a
damage
natural
right to the
20. So the effect that we rolled for a critical hit was you became
Concussed.
deafened.
Well, not deafened, but I was limited hearing.
Yeah, limited hearing. Your hearing was damaged. Summarizing past that, Ayala found some skeletons down there and some attached souls. Asked them what was going on. And at the same time, we had Helene and Azure exploring the upper part of the cave, going in a bit more. It was determined that kobolds inhabited these caves. Maz came tumbling down along
like
with
London
Crom.
Bridge.
Yep, because he caught up with everyone. You both discovered some writing on the walls, runes of sorts, and through Maz's previous knowledge of the area and some good history rolls by Ayala, determined that this was probably markings indicating a high magic area, meaning that magic can get kind of wonky there. Not a whole lot is known past that. As the party decided to all reconvene at the pits with 2 people at the bottom and the rest on top, the sound of kobolds started to fill the tunnels. There was a bit of miscommunication as I, as the DM, tried to infer that, hey, they're coming from the top. They're coming from down, like lower below, but they're coming up the tunnels to the top layer. I miscommunicated. Party thought that it was coming into the bottom tunnel, which resulted in Helene deciding to jump down to try to help protect them. But then
I just had to warn Boz because he can't hear anything.
that's true.
It's like, they're coming for you, Boz. Oh, wait. No, they're not.
Yeah, Boz, they're...
It's led to a great situation.
Yeah. Now I'm
But with
being
kobolds
real
charging, what ended up, the situation that was, how the setting ended was that Azure jumped over the pitfall to take the kobolds as they charged head on. Then Boz, still in his lizard form, is taking Kron up because he jumped down. So it's going to take him 2 turns to crawl up with Kron. Helene having fallen down and no way to climb up. Thankfully, Maz there with a fishing line. We did enough checks in that, yes, he can pull her up. So it's going to take 3 rolls for Mazamunde to reel up Helene.
After he yeeted me.
And then we have Ayala on the far side, opposite of where the kobolds are, and closest to the entrance, if that is the path we want to take. And I believe that's all the catch-up. That was a lot.
The kobolds are coming.
Ayala's ankle disconnected from her thing, and Mans is holding her together.
That's right. Mans is acting
Can't
as
forget
a
that.
improv brace.
Yes. Cannot forget that.
All right. So with that being said, we're going to start this off by having everyone roll for initiative.
Yay!
I will be rolling for Tim and Mazdamunde in this instance.
Do I need to roll for Mans? Or is he currently inactive?
He is currently inactive, acting as a break.
Opposites.
Oh, I'm excited.
That was cocked. Okay.
That's
I
high.
rolled like 3 times, but for the record, my first one was a 1, and I'm lucky, so I can re-roll 1s, which is a great thing. And then the second one was cocked, and now I finally got a real number. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish I got this roll later, but I will take it.
I'm assuming a nat 20, because that's the only thing that...
Yeah.
23 on a nat 20.
He got a nat 20, and I got a nat 1. So, yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm lucky, so I can re-roll it, which
least we roll
saved
normal.
my ass.
Yeah.
True. Now, for clarification also, there are no natural lights in this tunnel, but I will say that the
Yeah.
kobolds are bringing some lights, and I believe that you guys did have some
I-
magical
Torches
lights.
or something, because we were just wandering in the dark.
I have Devil's Sight.
You have Devil's Sight. Kron actually actively has a torch.
Yes.
We have dark vision.
Most of
Pretty
us are
sure we
dark
all
vision.
Kron is in the tunnel, though. And I believe, though, that Azure, it was Azure or Helene. One of you had a light source, and I'm forgetting what it was.
I think it was a torch.
It wasn't me.
I'm
I'd
pretty
say
sure it
The
was...
torch?
I thought Maz
You
had
might
the
have
light.
I was
dropped
gonna
it
say
on
No,
the-
because they
Maz-
went ahead first without a... So they needed a
Mazamunde
light.
had one. I know that.
Yeah, Maz also had a light. So we will say, just for the reference, and so we don't spend too much time looking that up, there's a torch behind you. Kobolds have a torch coming forward. There is the 10-foot gap pit. Azure, you are right on the other side of that pit. The kobolds, I am going to say at this point, are 40 feet away from you, Azure. Okay? Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, so with everyone having rolled initiative, 20 or above.
23.
22.
Okay, so... Oh, we also need to roll for Kron.
16, what'd you get? 19. Nice. I get to go last. We all did decent.
All right, 20 to 15.
I got 19.
I got 16.
Yeah.
So we did pretty well.
We all did good, so let's see how we do in combat. Tee hee hee.
I think I've added it.
All right. Let's see. We had that and then. Ayala, you said you were
16.
16. Okay.
Yep, I'm the lowest out of the group. I rolled like 8. This one.
Okay. And then. Oh. Yeah, we'll put it there. Okay. So, with that, Azure, you see the kobolds charging you. It's hard to get a. You do have dark vision. However, even with that, it's hard to get a full scale of how many, but it looks like it's about 5 or 6 that are charging. And they're not in a complete cluster, but they're, it's a 10-foot, about 10 feet wide tunnel, so there's a relative kind of group together, not super spread out. And the nearest one is 40 feet from you. It is your turn. Boz, you are on deck. Azure, what are you doing?
Saying his prayers.
So, I am going to. Yeah, he has a bit more of a grip. How big is the cave we're in, like, in total?
It's about 10 feet. It's about 10 feet across, and it's only about 10 feet wide. It's about 10 by 10.
Okay. I still can. I'm just gonna be shorter than last time.
You gonna get big?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten the fight in a while. He hasn't gotten to feel the giant magic course through his veins, as with a little bit of a roar coming from him from the other side of the illusion for everyone else.
Rawr.
Rawr. I'm going to rage.
Okay, bonus action rage.
As I get big.
Okay.
Or as big as I can, considering the space.
All right, so you go from your 6 foot. I mean,
Because it's just going to a large creature size, and I know that that's over 8.
yeah. So I mean,
You're gonna fill up the tunnel.
yeah,
Yeah.
We will. Yeah, going to a large 4x4, like you are taking up basically the entirety of it, to the point
Fight
where,
around you.
huh?
So we're not gonna be able to fight around him.
Medium-sized creatures would not. Smalls could. But even, I will say this as a point of reference, with you taking up so much space, anyone doing a ranged attack is going to have to pick and choose targets. Otherwise, they might have a danger of hitting you.
I'm gonna hit you in the boy.
So, you
I get
rage,
big.
you grow up, taking a large portion of this tunnel, the tunnel's size, and really
The tunnel
establishing
is
your
me.
presence. What else are you doing?
I am going to run as close as I can. So with my it should be 30 feet of speed. I don't know why it's not showing me my speed.
Because you're not using a piece of paper.
I want to move to a
Sorry,
piece of
I
paper. That's just not today. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to move forward to 430. And then because of my giant stature, I'm able to reach further. So that closest one now being 10 feet from me is within attack range.
Okay.
So, I'm going to take my longsword, and with both hands, I'm going to swing at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
So that is, and I quote, a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Yay!
Yay!
Woohoo.
I got a D10, let's go. By the power of the longsword that we bought in town,
You're the best.
I deal... Double checking. I deal 11 damage.
All right. So you go raging forward. You come and slash down, and this specific kobold as you take just looks completely unarmored. You see a dagger in one hand and it's carrying a torch. And as you just run and close that gap, you slice him in half as he just falls dead, like
He
instantly.
just did not have a chance, guys.
Yeah, 0 chance.
I love rage bonus damage.
All right. Anything else?
I guess I should prepare.
Nope,
spells
just
or
run
something.
forward, cut this poor mofo in half. He's gone.
He's a mofo?
As this bit of a giggle starts forming from Azure.
That's terrifying.
All right.
Rage.
So after that, Boz, you're up.
All right, so Boz is climbing with.
Kron on your back. Yes.
Yes. Do I need to do anything, or am I just? I have spider
We established
climb, so I'm
because
good.
you have a climbing speed and everything before. There's no way. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll anything. You can do it, but you just can't go any faster from what's established.
Right. So
So-
I'm just doing 60 feet up the wall, or however fast I can go with Chrono back.
All right. So that's going to be one round done. At the end of your next round, you will reach the top with Kron.
Okay.
All right. So next is Helene. You are up.
I've been hooked.
Yeah, you are hooked. So you're currently just actually being pulled up. Okay.
Well, I've got daggers, but I'm pretty sure I can't see the lip of the
No.
thing yet. So I'm just gonna where did he hook me? Did he hook me on the back of my shirt, the back of my pants, or something?
No, we kind of had that you were able to wrap it around a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of almost like a harness to an extent.
Almost, yeah. Not like an intent one because you're still kind of under the assumption that one, it was a quick job, and two, you didn't
Yeah.
want to be completely knotted up in it.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of holding on to it, and I'm like, maybe is this something I could easily undo with one hand, or would I need both my hands?
Go ahead and roll me a survival check as you're trying to maybe preemptively figure out how it is.
Survival. That's gonna be a 13.
13. All right. So you're spending this time right now, and it looks like you see a path where you might be able to use one hand. It's like, okay, if I can maybe just yank and pull up enough, I can slip out. But you don't want to obviously test it as you're being hauled up right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
So after that, it is the kobolds. Some of the kobolds' turn at least. Azure. You slice down the first one who is leading the pack, and you see this next one coming. This next one, though.
Oh, as I'm closer, do I get a better visual on the actual count of how many of them there are?
There are now 5 left.
Okay, so for sure it was the 6 that I had thought I had seen, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see 5 more shapes, and the nearest one you also see now is actually a bit armored. It seems closer to kind of scrap metals, but it's got what seems to be
It's got something on.
a bit of leather, maybe some scrap metal attached to it, but it actually seems to have a bit of a formidable shield, and
Just chop off his head.
is also wielding a spear. You see one other like this. You then see 2 more that seem to be completely unarmed, and then so that's 4. And then for the 6th one, that one actually also appears to be unarmed, but you actually do see and this one's in the very back, it seems to have wings. But that's the only other identification. Anywho, though, the
Hey, it
first...
doesn't stop me from reaching a word at 10-foot okay, motherfucker.
Yeah. So, it's gonna... Anyway, the one of them with a shield is going to run up along with one of the unarmored ones. And they are going to go... and both of them are going to attack you at the same time.
Okay.
Kobolds have pack tactics.
Ah.
So the first one has 2 attacks. That is both of them are going to be made with advantage. That's going to be a dirty 20 to hit for 1.
Yep.
And that's going to be a 5 for the next one. No.
Yeah, no.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. That did not work. And then, so that's one of them. And then for the other one, it's going to take a single hit or a single attack against you. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so 2 hits. Okay, sorry, just making sure I got the right dice. All right, so let's see. That one's going to be. So one of them with a dagger comes in, slips under the kind of defensive stance you have, and actually stabs you in the calf. It's going to be 6 damage, so because you're raging, reduced to 3.
What a bitch move.
And then the other one seems to be trying to be a little more defensive. Takes a stab at a spear. One of them you're able to knock away, but it quickly comes back and kind of gets you a bit down the forearm for 5 damage, but that's only going to then add up to 2 damage total. So all in all, you would have taken 5 total damage.
Wow.
So that is their turns. After that, Ayala, you're up.
And
Hot
this is why
diggity
I
dog.
front
How
loaded.
many do we have up there again? Sorry, I was not
5
paying
left?
attention because.
Wait.
5.
Oh,
Okay.
Because it's Ayala's. Okay.
It is
I got
Ayala's
it.
turn. So I am going to do like a total dick move here, and I am going to cast Shatter in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on 1 point. I need Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
So Jaden, you're
That's
gonna
a
have to give
20
me a
Well,
Constitution
if you do it
saving.
behind him, then he doesn't worry.
what's your range?
Yeah, I can do it behind Jaden. Behind
in front of
Azure.
Jaden?
Yeah, behind. Yeah. So like
It should hit all of the
Azure's here. I'm gonna do it like right, so it just like barely touches the cusp.
Makes sense. What's the range of Shatter, just to make sure?
It's a 10-foot radius sphere.
What's the
Uh,
range?
Oh, range is 60 feet.
Okay, so yeah, no problem. Okay, so all 5 are going to need to make what type of saves?
Constitution.
Constitution. Okay.
Hey. Hey. 7.
You're fine. You're fine. I made it so you're not in it.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't need to
thing.
kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not bear totem, guys.
Okay, does a 12 save?
Let me double check that. For some
should.
reason, I don't believe it does, but for some reason I'm currently blind and cannot find my Constitution saving information. Oh yeah, no, definitely does not.
Okay, 3 fail then, 2 are going to succeed because they're 20 or above.
Okay, so let's do these ones.
Dice. No, not bad.
So 16 thunder damage on a failed save, and so that would be 8 on a regular save.
Thunder damage, okay.
Yeah.
As you go and cast this with the Shatter, you see 2 of the 3 unarmored ones. Although it's kind of hard to tell, you just know there's an area. So Azure, you would see this clearly. The thunder, you just watch as their eyes roll in the back of their head, and they just collapse backward, foaming, no longer breathing.
That's pretty epic.
Well, nice
So
job.
2 of them seemingly just died right in front of you. Another one took a decent hit.
So the ones
but-
that died, do I see their souls?
Not through Azure.
Not through this distance and with everything going on.
Okay.
The souls are. We could also say the souls maybe still haven't fully left yet.
Okay.
Their bodies fall, but their souls are sustained.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna kind of shift my weight a little bit so Mans doesn't have to like fully man grip my ankle. I'm going to kind of balance on 1 foot.
Okay. So after your turn, it is going to be Maz. Maz, however.
Come on, Maz, you got this.
Yeah. He. Hold on. And he's just reeling. And Helene's just going up and up and up. So that's going to be 1 full turn, and as we just determined last time, it's going to take 3 full. At the end of his 3rd one, you will have your turn. However, so just so you're aware, and maybe a suggestion is that not next turn, but the following one, if there's still things you can hold in action, because you would then be pulled up.
Cool.
Okay.
Not this next turn, but the following one.
Yes. All right. So after that, it's the Kobold. It's the other 2 Kobolds' turn now. So one of them's going to run up. It's another one with a spear. So Azure, you've kind of got 2, one on either side of you right now. And this one is also going to go and roll 2 attacks against you. And there's a nat 20.
Uh-oh.
Oofda.
So first hit is a nat 20. I'm going to roll the second one.
Oopsie poopsie.
Not a nat 20, but it is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
I plan on getting better armor soon. That day's not today.
You mean instead of running around naked?
I'm a barbarian. I don't need clothes. I don't need armor.
All right.
I'll just buy you a
So
loincloth.
Azure, I need you to, because they hit you with a nat 20,
Still no
I want you to
loincloth.
go ahead and roll me a D100 on the lingering injury table. Now, because they're using a spear, I might have you roll something else. But
12.
12.
12.
All right. You lucky bastard. So, it is going to be 2 hits. The first one, let me go ahead and roll damage after figuring out what that one was. So, first one for the crit. It goes, and it takes its spear, and it looks like it's going to stab up against you, go to block. And it seems that, like, this kobold's trickier, and it knows what's coming. As you watch it then actually, like, stop its thrust and actually flail, or whip its arm around, and actually almost use it more as a pole arm, just kind of with one. And it smacks you right across the side of the head, as your vision then blurs. And you now have... So
Sorry, minor conniption. Please ignore.
you have blurred vision.
Yeah, I
so
do.
does Alyssa. More, please.
I'm going to change this one a little. With blurred vision, you have disadvantage on any perception checks, and also any other... you have disadvantage on any rolls that rely on sight, including attacks or saving throws. Okay. But that one, roll decently high. It's going to be 11 damage, which was reduced to 5, so you take 5 more damage on that one. And then its follow-up strike, it's going to go and stab you.
That one was from the crit, right?
That was from the crit, yeah. 11 on the crit, reduced to 5 damage.
Oh, okay. You know, I was thinking about, like, wait, did you just flat roll the die? Okay.
And then the other one is going to be 7 damage, reduced to 3. So in total, you took 8 damage from him.
Sorry, I was not laughing at your pain. Are you okay, Azure?
Yes, she was.
All right, it's the next one's turn.
Guys, I just might be okay.
So this guy, this one's staying in the back. This one is not running up. As he's going to go, and all of a sudden, you see this blaze start to appear from his hands.
Uh-oh.
As
Fire?
Yep. And then 3
And fuego.
fiery rays are going to shoot out. So he's going to cast Scorching Ray on you.
Keep in mind, all this is half because of my tiefling inheritance. I take half damage from fire. Let's go.
You
baby.
However, because, again, he also has pack tactics, because there's a Kobold
Yeah.
within 5 feet, all 3 attacks of Scorching Ray are at advantage.
Yeah.
Pack tactics is for melee.
But we both have to drink.
All right. Let's see. First one, 21 to hit. Second one is another nat 20.
Hold on. Pack tactics is for melee only.
Okay, you do have to try.
Pack tactics, Kobold has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one creature's allies within 5 feet of the creature and the ally is incapacitated.
Okay,
For Kobolds, it does not specify melee attacks.
you're right.
So a nat 20, and then the third one, it's not a nat 20, but it's above a 20 again.
Yeah.
All right, so let me pull. Let's see.
I rolled already, so we'll see what it is. I'll need to know what it is.
All right, first one, which was not the crit, 7 damage. So because you're a tiefling, that's reduced to 3. Second one, let's roll for that, and we'll just do the straight because it's a crit. But then reduced to that is straight 6 damage. And for that, I need you to roll on the lingering engine.
98. I already rolled.
98.
98.
It's a clam.
You lucky bastard. Like, okay, you got the best one possible.
What'd I get?
Technically a minor scar.
Hey.
Hey!
So,
Stories!
Get some
Let's
battle
go!
wounds.
real quick then, go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
2.
All right.
I need to be excused.
So with a 2, it goes and scorches against. It's going to scorch against your right shin,
Ooh.
and it's very painful in the moment. It does 6 points of fire damage, even with your resistance. As you actually feel your skin burn, and flesh start to be exposed, and knowing that this isn't going to heal nicely. But no other effect from that. All right, and then the third one.
Well, I'm not getting anything. He's just getting them all.
They're the only they
They
can't
can't
tell.
see
They can't really
around
tell
Oh,
about
they
that.
can't
Yeah.
see me. Okay.
Yeah,
They
no,
just see this
I
giant thing in
transform.
front of them. That's
I'm just walling off the entire hallway. They're mine.
So, 9 points of damage reduced to 4 because fire. All right, and that is going to be their turn. Next is going to be Kron, who is being hauled up by Boz, so nothing he can do. So
Kron's
back
just
to,
like, you got it, guys.
you can't do it. So, after that, back to the top of the order with Azure.
Please don't die.
All right. There's the guy that's right next to me.
There's 2 guys right in front of you.
My uncle.
So actually, just for my own future reference, as I get blinded and seared on my side, this rage boils over from inside me as my sword ignites in fire.
Okay.
Jaden's getting all sexy over here with his tiefling.
You have a thing for tieflings.
And then, at disadvantage, because I am blind, because I am blurred, I'm going to try and take an attack on the dude right in front of me.
So right or left?
I thought you said the other one I'd stayed back and shot.
There's 2 in front of you and then 1 in the back. There's 1 on either side of you right now. There's 1 to your immediate left, 1 to your immediate right, like within the cave.
Would I know? I would still know which one was the one that just bonked me on the side of the head, right?
Yeah, we're going to say the one on the right.
I'm bonking him. He's a bitch. He deserves death.
All right.
No! Okay. So, after mods, that is a 11.
You go to hit as your flaming sword. It's flaming, right?
Yeah.
Your flaming sword comes down, but the kobold raises shields and it bounces off.
I'm mad my other roll was a nat 20 again.
Ooh. All right. Anything else?
That will be it.
All right. So after Azure, Boz.
Me! Okay, so yeah, so as I keep climbing the wall.
God.
I keep climbing the
Can you
wall.
make that sound again, please?
So I will give you the choice because this is going to be the second round. It's going to be the end that you actually reach it. However, do you want to be at the far side, which is the side away from the kobolds? Do you want to be the near side, the side closer to the kobolds?
I thought you were climbing up the side farther away from the kobold.
Because it's
I was
around because
Oh,
you have
he-
to climb.
he can,
though,
like, walk around
Yeah, he could just do a
the-
quick little
I
thing.
just
Yeah.
helix my way up.
You helix your way
Yeah.
up.
I would be on the closer side of the kobolds because,
Okay.
well, actually, I don't know where the kobolds are. I
You-
can't hear it.
You would
That's
hear
true.
at least.
Roll a dice, 50-50.
Yeah, I mean,
There'd be the thing where you
Okay,
could be able to
okay.
hear
So
something.
even
Higher or low?
even
Higher or
odds.
low?
Okay.
Higher or low?
I'll let you choose. Even odds or high or low. Which one are you doing?
Even odds.
I'm rolling for you.
Even odds.
I can
No,
roll for
Boz is
myself.
going to roll for himself.
Even will be close. Odds will be far.
Okay.
Odds on the far side.
Okay. So you're going to be pulling up on the side that has Maz and Ayala.
No, I'm on
no.
the other
Maz and
side.
Helene.
Maz
Yeah.
and Helene.
Broker.
I'm over by
Me.
Asher.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
jumped the.
Yes.
No,
that's-
Maz threw me, remember?
Yeah, he kind of.
Oh, that's right.
how I broke my leg.
That's right. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for the clarification. So you're pulling up the side with Maz. Okay. So at the end of your turn, the very end, you come up to that far side. You still don't
around.
hear anything, but you see a giant azure blocking most of the tunnel, and you see little shapes on the other side.
That is the end of my turn because I don't have a bonus action as a lizard.
Okay. So after Boz, Helene. We're just going through. Okay.
What's going on? Are you all okay?
There seems to be little creatures.
Oh, shit.
No one's dead, though.
Maz, hurry up!
Try. I can only reel it so fast. I can't do his voice at all. Okay.
Yeah, heavy little fucker.
Why? I
The
can
size
only,
that you are, you're a really heavy little shit, you know.
right, I can only pull so hard.
Next time you shouldn't jump down the damn hole. You bugger
All right.
off.
So after that, it is one of the Kobolds' turn. He's got 2 attacks against Azure once again. This is one with a spear, so 2 attacks. First one, this is the first questionable one. Does a 16 hit?
Me?
Yes,
Me to beat it.
16 hits. First one, check. Second one is above that, so they're both going to hit. So with that, you are going to take 4 damage reduced to 2, and then 6 damage reduced to 3, so in total 5 more points of damage. After that, Ayala, you're up.
Yay!
I should clarify, are you still up?
Yes.
Okay.
I am
Ayala.
currently balancing on 1 foot right now because, you know, that's what happens. Shit on a stick, guys. Shit on a stick. Let me see what I can do here. How many are still up, Kobolds?
3.
3. I am going to cast Shatter one more time.
All right. So
Constitution saving throw, please.
3 con saves. Let's see, does a 16 save?
Yes.
2 save, 1 fails.
12 thunder damage for the one that did not save and 6 for the ones that did.
Okay. Anything else, Ayala?
I'm going to tell Mans, which he's probably not going to listen, knowing Mans. I forgot my microphone was over there. I thought it was over there. It's been a long day, guys. I'm going to tell Mans that he needs to go help out, which he's probably not going to listen to me, but
He's kind of holding you together right now,
I'm balancing on 1 foot.
as best as you can.
What are you telling Mans?
To go attack the kobold that's the furthest away.
Go get him.
Okay.
So she's gonna be like, you need to go help. So just you can do it.
So he's holding your leg
Like
partly together. Yeah.
Death gripping.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me persuasion at disadvantage.
Okay. Because the little bugger doesn't want to listen. $10.
Oh, that's a meets it, beats it. Because he's not the most intelligent and he listens to
He
you,
really
but it was
isn't.
also at the same time
I love him,
something
but-
that is obsessed with you. You're telling it to let go, stop helping you, and do something else.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, what's the worst that happens? I fall apart.
No, you just fall on the ground.
No, I'm balancing.
Yeah.
My foot will fall on the ground. The rest of me will stay up.
No, did it completely
so
tear off?
you feel a lot of like tension and squeeze as man squeezes a little harder, and then like gives one last really tight squeeze,
Like-
almost to the point of pain, and then just like pushes himself off, like
Okay.
almost setting you off balance. And you see Mans as he starts to scurry through. What is Mans' speed? We're just going to add him to your turn. To keep him
Mans'
simple.
speed is 20.
20. So he goes off and he covers about half the distance.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Back to the Kobold's turn.
Hey, you little fuckers. I'm sorry.
That is your one curse word for the season. Or not for the season, for the session.
For the year.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for the section.
You get another one next year.
All right. Another one with a spear is going to come, and it's going to take 2 strikes at Azure.
Can you try to attack
First one is only an 11 to hit.
Saved by the bell.
Second one, it's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
2 damage. 2 damage.
Okay, because of your resistance and their damage, it can't kill you with this single hit. And it did minimum damage, 2 for a total of 1 point. I rolled a 1 on the damage dice too.
My God, bro, how much health do you have?
3 hit points.
I have 3 right now.
Holy shit!
No, you cannot tell through. Well, actually, you can tell because you have Devil's Sight.
Yeah.
I'm fucking bloody right now.
I am just. That's why Ayala sent Mans out. She's like, you might want to help out here.
All right. I'm going to leave it up to the dice because the one in the back is a little bit more aware. Things seem to be going good. He was going to be able to see and recognize that you're casting spell and also sees that Mans is coming. I want you to roll me 2 d20s, specify 1 for you and 1 for Mans, and just straight tell me what they are.
Mans is white. I'm not white.
You look white to me.
God. Man's got a 6. I got a 5.
Oh, no.
I know.
You needed
want me
one
to
of them
reroll?
to be above a 10.
Do you want me to reroll? No.
He does not assess either one of you to be a major threat right now, so he's going to attack Azure.
I'm sorry, Azure. Anybody have a reroll token? I think I do in my purse.
However, he's going to use Firebolt,
Oh.
Oof.
because he's not super smart. In the last one, he got crits, and he's not really recognizing that it's not as impactful because you're dying pretty quick. So he gets advantage on this to hit. My dice are all over the place, but it's high and low, so the highs keep hitting. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah. That,
Holy shit on a stick. Oh, sorry, that's my second
but
one.
it is just a single firebolt.
Yeah, they can roll high though.
Yeah, it's going to come down to that. You do have resistance, but it's going to come down to a roll.
Yeah, because what? It's a Firebolt's a D4 or D6?
D10.
D10?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. So it's definitely down to a roll. If it's above, if it's
You
6
have
or
a-
up.
I'm double checking that it's a D10 just to make.
Firebolt's a D10.
Okay. I've been a DM so long I don't know the spells as well as I should offhand. It is a D10. So,
There's a 50-50 chance here.
would someone like to come and observe just to see?
No, we trust
me.
Okay.
I trust
I just want to watch.
Don't trip, don't trip.
So that I can
Yeah, please don't
be
trip.
sad too.
Here- oh wait. Let me not roll a D20. Let me actually roll a D10.
And notice our healer is currently not here. Ooh. Oh, I can't raise undead because I used both my spell slots.
That was so close. He rolled a 2. It was
Yay.
on an 8 and it flipped over to a 2.
Huh?
So you take 1 point of fire damage.
Oh God.
You.
So damn lucky.
Ooh. Ta-da.
All right. That's the Kobold's turn. It is now Kron's turn.
Go, Kron!
Kron is full sight of everything.
Kron,
All right.
I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you. Never mind.
Shut
That's
up.
copywritten. Sorry, that's copywritten,
Guys,
guys.
my
We have
damage
6
threshold's
seconds
getting
each
lower.
Don't you have a thing where if you're a barbarian, your attacks get stronger when you get low on health? No, it's not barbarian.
That's not you, barbarian.
All right.
That's
not-
not me,
It's a
but
different kind of
It
barbarian.
is. Yep.
Okay.
oh, I'm the one that throws that.
Okay. So Kron is going to go, and he is going to use his movement speed. He's going to jump over the pit.
Yes.
He's right there, so this is going to be a standing long jump.
I believe in you, Kron.
Can he slip between
Where's your
Azure's
base?
legs too? Since he's tall enough, he can just kind of slide underneath. Started taking some damage.
Me pulling up my
Yeah,
DM
human
screen now
shield.
too.
Actually,
Long
wait.
jump.
He knows this. He couldn't make that jump.
He could not.
Oh no.
So what he has to do
Yeah, 'cause
is
I
he's
can-
going to move 10 feet back, and then he's going to start running 10 feet to make the jump.
Okay.
Gotta be running.
And then he's going to use his bonus action to dash, bringing himself 30 feet closer. So he's now right behind Azure. Sorry, his action to dash, not bonus action. He's not a rogue. His action to dash. And
I mean, if
that's
he was a monk.
that's all he can do.
Guys, I don't think he's a monk.
He's not a monk.
But he's a good boy.
He's the goodest boy. That's all that
He's
matters.
not even a monkey.
Wow, you really went there?
Yeah, I did.
That's it. You're fired.
All right.
Hey.
So at the end of that, Azure, you're up.
Wow.
You're not the boss.
Same thing as last time. Swinging for that same dude.
All right, roll to hit.
Yeah, I'm not hitting. 3 and a 19, so that is less than
'cause-
last time.
Because your vision's blurred, and you don't know what happened, but your eyes are rattling, and with the other blood, it's starting to go in there, but you can't, like, no matter what, you
Sword's
just
still
can't
on
see.
fire, though. That hasn't
Yeah.
stopped. Right. Actually, wait. I think I have to roll for that, huh? Yes.
All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, so after that, Buzz, it is your turn.
All right, so I see that Azure's looking real bad.
He's gonna do that lizard thing.
You can see that he looks bad, but it's hard to tell from the distance and the fact that you're only seeing his back.
Okay.
There's blood dripping on the ground.
You do see blood, though.
Okay.
Okay, so, yeah,
I rolled
I'm
like
gonna-
5 con checks. I still have Searing Spine.
So I'm gonna run around first while I still have
Yep.
fighter climb to get as close to Azure as I can, which would be 30 feet.
Okay, so 10 feet across the pit. I'm going to say an extra 5 for the just
Angle.
kind of the little angle. So then after that, 15 more feet. So you're about 15 feet away from Azure.
Okay. All right, bonus action and wild shape,
Okay.
which should restore my hearing.
I think you're still concussed.
No, because the
That's
wild
my
shape
vote.
ends the changing shape.
Yeah,
ends
he's
the
only
crit
hurt
effect.
when he's a lizard.
It's true.
He does that tongue thing.
And also I have to go,
Yeah.
oh, I can hear again.
The ringing has lessened by like tenfold. It's still there, but it's lessened by
just
a lot.
It goes
tinnitus
from
now.
an intense ringing to you hear the crackling, you hear spells going off, clashing as Azure's fire sword's banging against a Kobold shield. As you hear this like high pitch just kind of chatter.
How far apart are the kobolds that are left?
So use the 10-foot tunnel. Most, like, from your view, again, Azure's taking up basically all of the tunnel. You get sense that either Kobold, they're within 5 feet of each other and within 5 feet of Azure on the other side. And then there's one more that you can see past it. It looks around like 20 to 30 feet past them, but it's you don't really have, like, you know something's back there, but you don't have line of sight on them.
Okay. All right, so the two in front. Oh, the one in back. The one in back is going to get. Yeah, sure, why not? No, they're kobolds. Oh, interesting. So okay, so the one back is suddenly going to get hit with the moonbeam. So at the beginning of his turn, he's going to have to.
You're good there.
At the
Little
beginning
guy
of
in
his
the
turn, he's going to have to make me a save,
Okay.
Well, got in the back.
and that's my action and bonus action. So and movement. So I am good.
All right.
Spell slot used.
So after that, Helene, it is now your turn. You know you're almost to the point of cusping up. You can hold an action to do, though, at the point, that's a single action that will activate as, at the end of Maz's next turn, you're going to be pulled up onto the ledge.
Okay.
What do you want that action to be? If you want to have one at all. It's not required.
Well, the distance between me and the closest kobold is like 50 feet right now, right?
You don't even have line of sight of one, so you honestly don't know the distance.
Okay, if I'm guesstimating as a player, it's not something that I could like easily get to in one round.
Probably not.
Okay. So, as Helene, I have no idea what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna draw one of my daggers and kind of hold it as I'm holding the line right here, and I'm kind of like trying to peer over, short little me, just kind of trying to look like I want to see something. But as soon as I can like see between Azure's legs, kind of a thing, that's probably
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, so I'm not necessarily holding an action.
Okay, so you won't hold an action. You're just trying to. We'll say your action is making a perception check to gauge the field.
Okay. I
Okay.
could do that right now.
We'll wait till it
Since
actually
I can't
happens.
see anything.
All right. It is the Kobold's turn. And it's one with a shield that they're fighting with Azure, looking really rough, and they seem to be getting really giddy. So
I
it's going to
bet
go
they
and take
are.
2 strikes at you again. Let's see. First one, it almost missed, but it's going to roll to a 19.
That
It almost missed, but I got a 19.
The dice was almost out of 6, and it rolled to a 16. And that was the high one.
The dice gods.
All right, so let's see for this damage. And if I remember correctly, you have 2 health left. I rolled a 2 on the die, meaning it does 3 damage, so it's reduced to 1.
All right, guys.
Second hit.
Unbless the DM, guys. Come on.
Okay, second hit, so it's got to roll to attack to see if it even hits you. It's going to hit. And as this one is leaning up, as the spear is coming up, you hear, because this is not based on that, you almost hear a bit of
Ew.
a buzzing sound coming from right behind you. But we're going to roll for damage. Doesn't matter because you have 1 health left.
Don't kill him.
He's going down.
As
Timber.
that's perfect.
He's going down.
As you see the spear coming, you're on. You know it's like
No,
I
I
can't
don't.
really take too much more. As all of a sudden, as the spear comes forward, like towards you, all of a sudden, the seemingly like pinkish purple barrier pops up right in front of you as the spear stops short.
Kron.
Crawling to the rescue.
You have no idea what's going on, but
No, I can't even see the spear. I don't
know
know what's going on at all
on.
right now.
Because Kron is near me.
but everyone else would see that Kron seems to be emitting some sort of like energy field, almost a sort. But when
I just
it
picture
did go out, and then it seems to lessen that impact. All of a sudden, it seems to kind of lessen.
I didn't know Crown.
It
was
hit the edge and
magical.
it like rippled.
I mean, I knew he had.
You know, I see like
Yeah.
super fuzzy,
But he's
dark
magical
shapes,
and man.
like slightly lighter shapes everywhere, and then just
Not
boop.
my type.
All right.
Especially since he's made of metal.
So at that point, it is now still the sorcerer's turn.
I need a con save.
Okay. 17. You rolled well.
It passes.
Still-
It still takes half damage.
Okay.
It's taking half of 15.
So
So
7.
It's taking 7 damage.
Haha.
You bastard.
It got shanked.
It had exactly 7 health left.
Yay!
Oh.
I helped.
You helped.
So
It's
you see
shaking,
you see the sorcerer. It seems to be prepping another spell, and as it's going, it sees the other people and it's starting to try to peek off as the moonbeam comes, and it starts to run away. As you just see, it almost starts to do a running motion as it lets out the screams. Ah! As you just watch it collapse, its tongue hanging out of its mouth, seemingly burning and on fire.
That's hot.
Radiant damage.
Microwave.
So he is dead.
So how many guys
All right.
are still standing right now? 2?
Two.
1?
Two.
2.
The 2 right in front of Azure.
I will take care of them because I am strong.
All right. So after that, it is now Kron's turn.
Get him, Kron.
Unfortunately for Kron, though, there is a giant Azure in his way. So what he's going to do... Nope, can't do that. Wouldn't do that.
Gun. That is when our Warforged suddenly pulled out a gun.
No, he does not have a gun. It's not that type of campaign. He gets behind you, and you feel like this little tugging as you hear Kron. It's like, please, you need to run. As he's trying to gesture, but you're taking up everything. He can't really do too much else. So that's going to be his turn. Azure, you're up.
with me being at 1 HP and being battle craved, we're gonna see if I listened to his very sage advice.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably not.
Nope. With a nat 1.
With a nat 1, no.
With a nat 1 in the situation, I am going to say that you mentally, you don't get the frenzied state, but mentally you are frenzied, and you will not listen to any other advice for an entire round.
Whoopee.
Attack again, go! Same guy. He is my arch nemesis.
Can you kill him this time? Please?
We'll find out.
15.
Meets it, beats it.
Yeah! So, as I
Need to double
hit
check, but-
with the flaming sword, I need 2 saving throws, actually. Because I have been missing this entire time. He's Angie.
Okay, what type of saving throws?
I need a con save and a wisdom save.
Okay. Let's start with the con. Con is probably going to be a no. And wisdom save is also probably going to be a no. Both below 10.
Yeah, both of those fail. Oh, the sheer amount of damage I'm about to fucking do this guy.
That's your one swear word. Tee hee hee.
It's okay, I'll take everybody's swear words.
Baby.
As I deal 14 slashing, 4 thunder, and 6 fire damage.
14 slashing, you said?
Yes.
Okay. 4 thunder. And 4 fire? No.
Dude, did you just like pop him or something?
How much fire damage was that again?
6.
Okay.
And
So you-
because he failed the con save, if he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Okay.
You messed him up pretty good, but he is not dead.
So, as my sword hits him and he doesn't go down, his entire body engulfs in flames because he failed to save.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it. Just know that at the start of its turn, it's going to take more damage.
Okay.
Oh, right. Very funny thing. I forgot about this. As for him specifically, I vanish.
For
As
that
using
one
my
guy?
cloud strike, I'm now invisible to him and him alone.
To that one guy. That one guy can't
Okay.
get you.
All right.
That's where my thunder damage came from.
After Azure, Boz, you're up.
All right, so I close the gap between me and Azure.
Okay.
As I do that, I make this motion as the moonbeam moves forward onto the remaining 2 kobolds.
Okay. So at the start of their turn, they need to make a save, right?
Yes, and as my action, he will be getting a Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Level 2. Okay. As you get 10 plus my bonus. $14 health back.
You could breathe a little easier, can't you?
All right. Anything
That's
else?
Everything. Movement, action, bonus action. I'm good to go.
All right. Helene, you're up.
Cool. So
The
I'm at the
kobolds
top
are lit
now?
up.
You are at the top, yes.
Finally. I'm at the top.
You can see the 2 remaining kobolds quite well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna turn and look, and I can see those guys there. How far away
Are you assuming their gender?
those 2
Yeah, okay.
genderless things, lizard
So-
things?
From your position, they're going to be 50 feet.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic for you, actually.
I think I need to be a little bit closer. I didn't write my range, and I can't look it up because my D&D Beyond is bad. If I'm throwing a dagger, how close do I need to be?
I think it's got a 40-foot.
Yeah, I
Is
thought
it 2040 or is it?
It's 2040 or it's 1530. However, I would also say, given
Not
the
gonna do that
circumstance,
much damage.
with a dagger, the time it would travel, and the fact that Azure is taking out most of the way, you wouldn't have a
I'm just
clean.
gonna throw it between his legs.
2060.
2060?
So you have disadvantage, but you can still hit him.
You could
would have
hit it,
disadvantage.
but you would be at disadvantage.
You would have a disadvantage on the throw, and I'd also say that they would have partial cover because of Azure.
I'm just gonna get to the top and hug one of the walls.
Aw, I love you, Wall.
I'll just hug it, kind of like I'm like, okay. I'm just gonna stand back here and kind of like watch for a second because I'm assessing the situation,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
All right. Kobold number 1 needs to make a con save against the
Con save.
moonbeam.
Is that the one that is on fire as well, or
It is.
I need another con save from him then.
So one for the fire and one for the...
Fails the con. Fails the fire. It would have gotten an 18 against the moonbeam, though.
Okay. So he's taking... Look at the way I rolled again. So he's taking half of 15.
So another 7 points of damage.
Yes.
Another 2 damage as well.
Nice.
He is so damn close, but you notice that the fire isn't burning him too much.
I don't notice shit.
Yeah, you really don't, but the fire isn't hurting him as much.
I see a lot of light in front of me right now, though.
He does technically have resistance to fire, which left him, after all those calculations, at 1 HP. However, he can't see you, apparently.
Apparently, he can't see you.
He's going to spend his, seeing that and being very confused and on fire, he's going to spend his action patting out the flames.
Okay.
Does he need to make a roll against that?
I don't think so.
No, if he takes his action, the flames are out.
Okay. So that's going to be his turn. So after that, Ayala, you're up.
Oh, wasn't the other one next to him, or is he his later turn? Later?
He's later turn, yeah.
Also, I sent you the thing so you could see what the effect is.
Shoot, I'm probably... How far away are they from me?
Not far.
Define not far.
Let's see, you were thrown over. You haven't used any of your movement to get
No.
closer.
No.
So
I have 30 feet movement, but seeing as I'm doing it on 1 foot, that's
They're-
under, so I'd say 15.
they're going to be 40 feet from you at this time.
Okay, I'm going to use Eldritch Blast.
Okay? Do you want to hit the one on the right or the left?
One was on fire for a bit.
The one on the right is the one that you see patting itself out. Now, again, for both of them,
I'll do the one on the right then.
and again, for both of them, because Azure's a large creature in a room and taking up all of that, I am going to give them both partial cover from ranged attacks or spells.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just kind of going to, hop over a little bit. If I fall on the ground, that's okay, and I'll Eldritch Blast from there.
Okay. Roll to hit.
17 hits, I'm assuming.
Well, with partial cover,
Was it 15? Did 15 miss?
A 15 hit without partial cover from me.
Well, partial cover is plus 2
half.
AC.
So partial, so actually the technical thing would have been half cover. So meets it, beats it.
Sweet beans. Well, let's
Oh.
go with 10 force damage.
10. So right as he is finished patting himself up and he's looking around, he doesn't see it, and you see his head turn and it blasts him straight in the face as there's just this,
That's amazing.
and he falls dead.
I know how that feels.
She's going to lean around and be like, I got one!
All right. It is the other kobold's turn now. Who no
looking
longer
at his
now is
dead
benefiting.
compadre.
Maz's turn, but since he's not here and he's finished pulling Helene up, we're going to pass.
He's just standing there.
He no
for a
longer has
second.
pack tactics. It
Nope.
no longer can kill me
Oi.
in one shot. What you gonna do, little bugger?
Well, he's got 2 attacks still.
Oh, I need a con save.
Yeah, that's right. Starting with the con save. He fails.
He's only taking 11 damage.
Only.
Only.
Only 11 damage.
That's my lowest roll so far, and everyone for full damage.
All right. Seeing that, he's going to go And he's actually going to drop his spear as you see him reach down and pull out what seems to be a horn. And all of a sudden,
Son of a bitch.
as it echoes through the entire cavern. As he's then going to, with his shield, start turning and running back, opening him up for an attack of opportunity, but he's trying to get out of this field.
I don't hit him. I know that for a fact I don't hit him.
Okay.
That's an 8.
So he's going to use his movement speed, and he used his action blow, so just 20. He runs 20 feet past you. That is his turn. It is Kron's turn now. Without any attacks incoming, you still see this light pinkish purplish aura just kind of emanating a bit from him. That's taking up almost like the entirety of this hallway. But he continues. But as we established, no avail, just kind of pulling us like, you need to come back. And that's going to be his turn. Azure.
Okay. This time, with a 13, I think that's enough for common sense. Maybe. I don't know.
We said this next round, you weren't listening regardless because you had a nat 1 on the time before. That was the result of that nat 1.
Okay, no, that was just me misunderstanding what you meant.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So, yeah, I'm battle hungry. I am feral. I hear someone running away.
If you move into the moonbeam, you could kill you.
Now you see, I'm also partially blind right now.
You're not from this.
Let's do this. You are frenzied, mentally frenzied, so you can't listen to advice. Doesn't mean you've lost all reason.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make me an intelligence check at disadvantage. Or, sorry, wisdom. I'll say wisdom at disadvantage. It's not going to be a huge AC.
12.
You are
I have
aware.
a -2 to wisdom. That's a 12.
So with disadvantage, you got a 12?
Yeah.
You are aware that there is a moonbeam right in front of you. Like,
Okay.
Even
I'm
with your
able to
blurred
put
vision.
that together at least through my
Yeah.
blinded vision. Like, okay.
Now, you are aware of that, but what are you going to do?
I recognize there's a moonbeam, but I also recognize, there's someone on the other side of that I'd like to punch.
Please don't punch me. I'm too
So what are you
cute to
doing?
die.
I will be running through it. With how his mindset right now he is not going to not just let that guy go.
Give me a con save.
Yep.
He's gonna get
Plus,
lit, guys.
I know I'm healthy.
That means nothing, sir.
17.
You pass, so you take half of 17.
So you take 8 points of damage then.
Are you dead?
At least it keeps your rage up.
I have spared the dying if needed.
Oh, good.
I mean, it would be great if
Remember,
we had a
he
healer.
healed me for 14.
I know, but it'd be great if we had our healer here.
And here.
I mean, our cleric. I mean, technically he's here.
Yes. Maybe you can cast Healing Word.
Look at them all.
But
Okay.
just knowing that he's somewhere over there.
So you run through the field, and it's almost like as you get through it, Kobold only moved 20 feet, so you instantly catch up to him.
Okay, so I don't even have to dash. I'm going to attack him then. I hit him. That's 22.
Yep, that hits.
With disadvantage, that's a 22. $11 damage.
He is still up, but he is looking really rough as you cleave into his back as this dark blood kind of splatters out still on your sword.
Azure's laughter at this point, especially after last round and how his mentality is right now, his laughter keeps getting louder and louder
We need
as
to
his
restrain
joy
him.
is increasing.
All right, Boz.
Stop running through the moonbeam. As the moonbeam then moves forward again past him, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt when I pass through it. They have to move willingly into it, or start
How far can you move the moonbeam?
30 feet, which is plenty enough to get from the.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was in front of me, and I had to move less than.
So now the
to get to
Kobold's
him.
still in the moonbeam, That's a bonus action, move it. And my action is... Oh. Well, might as well try anyway. I'm going to do the produce flame at him. So basically, it's going to throw it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That was cocked. Okay.
That's what she said.
So even with his... That was an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
And this is fire damage, so...
Okay.
6 fire damage.
How do you want to finish him off?
So it's just gonna... He's in the moonbeam, so I get a really good view of him. And I just like... try to get... Just angle my body so it's around him. And just like... And it goes...
So you hit him right in the back of the head, we're going to say.
Yeah, it's right in the back of the head. As he just falls forward. And I just drop the moonbeam because it's a free action.
Okay. So, with that...
I can't see anymore.
It's blurred vision, not no vision. So...
We are in a dark cave, and I was relying on dark vision to see everything. It is really hard to see right now.
All right. So with that, there's no more kobolds, and you guys are out of combat. So what are you guys doing?
Collapsing.
He sounded a horn. We should
Oh,
probably...
I'm already down.
Guys, I think we should get out of here.
Yeah, let's pick up Ayala.
She's like,
Do you need help?
Probably.
from you? Yes. From you? No. And I'm gonna like cling to Kron and like pull myself up the best I can.
Maz, can you come pick up Ayala?
Maz is still on the other side.
We have to get to
Throw
the
her
other
back
side.
over.
Guys, we have to get to
Yeah,
the
no.
other side.
As you kind of pick her up,
Like
you
the
feel the
chicken.
sensation as Mans runs up your leg and onto Ayala.
Like he runs up and over and pew.
Yep.
As the rest of this is happening, Azure takes a moment to just take a deep breath, still frantic right now. As he does shrink down in size.
Azure.
Nothing's to keep rage up.
Azure, let's go. Move. Let's move.
Move, move,
Okay.
go,
And with a little bit of a limp, since I still have that fresh wound right by, like, on my shin, on that part of my leg, with a little bit of a limp, I start, like, sense comes back to me. I'm starting to go.
Okay. All right. So you get to the pit holding Ayala.
I thought Kron was holding Ayala.
Well, yeah, collectively, you guys get to the pit.
is the pit-
But you guys,
the pit
like
fully
holding
spans?
Ayala.
Yeah.
The pit
Barely.
fully spans.
Yeah, because I dropped concentration on it, so there's no longer a ledge.
Okay.
So
I love how
it's
that
10
flies
feet
in
across,
front
and
of
Kron
me.
goes, it's like, do we want to get you us?
We may have to throw her back to Azure. Throw her to
She's just
Maz.
gonna be like, sure, why not? Azure, do you want to throw me?
Or could you turn it into a lizard again?
Nope, nope. I am not
what's the
doing that
distance of the
again.
gap?
10 feet.
10 feet.
With me having an 18, so if I did a run up to it, I'd have 18. Would I be able to do that while holding her?
I'd make you I'd have you roll an athletics check.
I will give you guidance so you can actually do that better.
You do it more
She
bad.
I'm okay
breaks
with
her
that.
other leg.
If they fall, I will immediately dive in and wild shape. So that's my. No,
You're
I'm gonna
prepared to
dive
do
in.
that.
I'm prepared to dive in, and then as I'm falling, I will wild shape. So that could burn my reaction.
Well, how about you
wild
wait
shape.
to see if I fall in first?
That's what my action to dive in.
Push
So-
comes to shove.
so-
if I fall in, I just.
Are you okay with him throwing you or jumping with you?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Kron
Mask,
goes and
ready to catch
hands
us.
Ayala over to you.
I'm just gonna wrap my arms.
With no injuries being done to my arms.
No, I'm gonna wrap my arms around your neck and
Okay.
my legs around your waist, so piggyback.
Heck yeah, I get full momentum. Let's go, baby.
Right?
I'm
Roll
gonna
me.
step out of the way.
With guidance.
With guidance.
So giving you a little bit more knowledge on how to do this.
22.
All right.
I had an 18 before.
You're
that.
able to successfully jump over without any issue.
Yeah, no. Just backs up to 10 feet and just with these thumps as there's the extra weight. Boom! as I launch over.
I just remembered that my ankle is detached from my femurs, so I'm thinking Mans is just sitting there holding the leg together while it's like wrapped around.
Yep. Mans went back to the same bracing spot. So with that, Kron looks down at you, Helene. It's like, I see you got over, but do you need any help, or did you just go and walk across the edges?
I walked across the edges, but now I'm on the far side. Are we trying to get further into the cave, or are we trying to get out of the cave?
Getting out of the cave.
I was on the side with Maz, on the far side.
Oh, okay.
So-
Never mind.
Yeah.
You're already on that side. Never mind.
Yeah, you're
For some
already-
reason, I thought you had moved closer, but you didn't. Okay.
All right.
No, I just hugged the wall. I didn't cross.
Do we still have a rope? Do we have? Does somebody have rope?
You guys still have the rope.
Okay, good. I'm gonna make sure that somebody on the far side has a rope, and then give the other one to Kron.
I think you're the only one on the far side right now, buddy.
I can jump it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's Kron.
Just in case something happens, we're gonna have the rope when you jump.
Okay. But he's
I'd
going
like to be cautious.
Yeah. Because he's not carrying anything extra, running long jump, he does have enough strength to be able to jump that, just like he did initially. So he clears it no problem.
Yeah, just so you could.
Then I'll take the rope again. The question is, can you use acrobatics to cross? Or
So running long jump is you can jump up to your strength in feet.
oh, my strength is 11.
Yeah, so you can clear that.
Okay, so I can clear that. So yeah, so Boz just jumps over and meets everyone. All right, let's get out of here before whatever signal he made is heard by others.
Boz makes it. I clear it.
All right.
Azure, are you okay with carrying me until we can get to a spot where I can mend myself?
Yeah, I think that's probably best. If we need to go, we need to go. Go.
We need to go. I'm gonna start
Fantastic.
booking it because I got little legs.
As you're trying to ignore the pain in his leg, starts dashing out. As
There's
best
no
he can.
again. There's no pain. It just scarred, but there was no
Yeah.
actual, because there are other stuff that indicates actual pain.
Yeah, it's that thing of like I'm not in like actual pain. It's why it's not impeding my movement, but it's like
He's hobbling like an old man.
yeah, like it's not impeding anything, but it's every occasional step is like I stepped on it a little too hard. It hurts a little bit because it's so fresh.
All right, so you guys start charging back up the pathway, and at this time you don't hear any other obvious sounds. But I'm assuming no one's taking the time to double check or anything like that, and you're just kind of booking it.
I maybe look back, but
Well, I
that's
mean,
about
now
it.
that you say something,
Even looking back, there's no signs obvious. Who knows how far deep any others were, but we'll say that you guys running out, carrying Ayala, who doesn't weigh too much, so no actual hamper to movement speed.
I figure she'd be dead weight.
It after a few minutes of fast travel with Kron, Maz, and everyone else in tow, you guys come out the edge and back into bright daylight, into that kind of dried out basin that you initially came into.
What time of day was it? Is it now?
It's been about,
I mean, this has only been like a half hour
That's
at
fair,
most.
that's fair.
So
So,
it's
like,
only
midday-ish?
you went in around like noon. It's
Okay.
now like 12:30.
Okay, that's fair.
Wow, it's only been 30 minutes.
yeah, it didn't take that long.
I fell in
only-
the
you
hole
went, like,
and got out and
12:30, like 12:45.
Yeah, you went like 10 minutes in. You were there for about 10 minutes. Okay, so maybe like 12:45, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break and mend ourselves.
I'm
We should
going
probably get a little
to-
bit further from the cave if
Well,
that was
she
something
should at least try to
worthwhile.
stitch up her ankle really
yeah,
fast.
let's do that real quick.
I will keep an eye on the entrance and kind of just listen. So I'm gonna be very perceptive and like kind of just stare
Also, where are we going from now? Because we can go
back
down
to the fork.
clearly
Oh.
away. We're
Back
going
to the
Well,
fork.
If we go quickly, maybe they won't follow. Because Matt's got
My
through.
issue is the winged creatures on the wall.
Right, Matt's
Get to
got
pass
through and they
them?
didn't follow him.
That's fair. My perception is 12.
12. So your heart's kind of racing after the encounter. It's a lot of what you hear.
Thump, thump, thump.
And there's a few times where you think you might hear, like, drum beats or something.
Drums
but then you
in
kind
the
of check, it's like,
deep.
no, I think it's just my heart.
I can't stop this feeling.
It's not exactly what I meant, but okay.
Tried, man. I tried.
All right.
Let's
Kron's
go
got,
Lord of the Rings there.
so,
Drops in the deep.
yep. So, Helene, with you taking watch, Kron's going to go over to Ayala. It's like, kind of looks down. So, how are you fixing your leg?
Well, it's actually quite simple. And I'm going to take my ankle and my femur and just go crack. It is femur, right? Femur's the bottom one?
No.
No, femur is above the kneecap.
What's the bottom
I
one?
don't remember.
Tibia and fibia.
Yep.
That thing.
I'm going to put my ibia and my ankle, and I'm just going to kind of like grab it as one and just kind of crack it back together and like push the bone back in through the flesh and the
Ew.
dead, darkened muscles. And then I'm going to pull some thread out and just restitch it.
That's a horrible sound.
Yes, it makes a nice like grinding bone on bone sound.
Nasty.
And then I'm going to like stretch my foot and kind of do this thing with it and be like, I'll bet it.
That seems convenient, but painful.
I mean, it's not too bad. It's worse when my back goes out because I can't really reach it very well.
Old lady.
That
A little snicker from the entrance.
okay. Are you okay besides that?
I should be okay. I mean, it'll take a little bit just to get the full function back, but I should be okay. I mean, give me a day or two.
Okay, if you're good, I think that we should probably get going. I don't want to hang out here very long. I'm worried someone's going to follow us or
I agree.
something.
I just want to make sure she was fully mobile.
As we're now fully in daylight, Azure bloodied.
Shit, what happened to you?
He
okay?
does not like to consider his own health.
I noticed that.
Maz, can you take care of that a little bit? I've already used some, and I need your spell slots.
So he gives a nod. But we will hold off on potentially doing that.
No,
we'll see what Maz is
he's
willing
not
to do.
here. Use a spell slot.
I don't know what spells he has.
By
That's fair.
BTW, did the kobolds have souls?
We
There.
did stay there long
Could
enough
I
to
take
check.
them? Like maybe Mans grabbed them on the way out, or
Generally, yes. However, the presence of radiant energy
kind of dissipated them.
dissipated him.
Oh, yeah, they
Like,
died.
hey, at least I have my 3 other souls that were lost. I mean, that's better than nothing.
That's a pretty good sacrifice.
Also, if they were faithful to something else, then she couldn't take them.
Yeah.
Correct?
Bingo.
So they might have their own faith.
So, no, there was no others that you could see, but given everything that went on in a quick departure, no guarantee, no promises that they would be there or they weren't.
Okay.
Alright. So Kron speaks up. So, are we leaving? Do we have any plan for those other creatures?
My plan right now is to, well, if we get to that point and they start to chase us, run as fast as we can.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
What's your idea?
I can't run as fast as I can, clearly.
Well, somebody can help carry you.
Joy.
It won't be me, so don't worry about that.
Absolutely not.
Well, if we can't run fast enough,
Then we fight
Again.
again.
Well, we've got a little bit of a head start. Can we just keep moving and keep our head start?
Yeah. They didn't follow Maz on the way in, so I'm hoping they don't follow us on the way out.
Hey, Allo, with how your leg is, do you need a piggyback?
I wouldn't mind one, but I also don't want to be an inconvenience.
I think I'm fine.
He's like, yep.
So I will say this. In the cave, it wasn't anything because you guys were just kind of running fast-paced travel with carrying, so no checks on that. If you are carrying a Ala while effects are happening, and if you're trying to do anything more than run, or if the terrain does become a little more uneven, I'm going to have you roll.
Okay.
Just as a heads up.
That is fine by me.
I think I'm gonna jump on the back of the elephant because I don't run as fast as everybody else either, and so I'm just gonna keep up. Hey, let me up there.
All right.
Wait, we need the.
Let me get a piggyback ride.
Just
There you go.
doesn't even give you like a piggyback. Just gets wrapped in his trunk. Just like we need to move.
He just picks you up. Yeah,
You're squeezing too tight.
it's just your head.
I can't breathe.
All right. So you guys continue on, and as last time, you guys going through the passageway, you traveled for, I want to say it was another like mile or two in. So over the course of the next 30-40 minutes, just kind of casually pacing, you retrace the steps through the canyon that you had, and eventually, as
I would like to keep my eye out for this hole. I'm not doing anything besides being carried, so I'm gonna
Alright.
kind of keep my eye out and just watch things.
I'll give you advantage because we'll say Maz is doing the same.
I'm okay with that.
As am I. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for
Well,
them.
that worked out okay for me. So that's gonna be a 23. 23. Sorry, math was hard for me.
23. All right.
Math is hard.
I
So
did math all day.
you remember also, because this just happened technically like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Backtracking, you remember that they were only in one section. They didn't follow you in.
Yeah.
And you're keeping your eyes out before, and we'll go through. And eventually, you start rounding a bend, and you guys know that this is about where they were. And as Helene, you kind of take a peek around with that roll, knowing what to look for. Right where they were before, you see all of these shapes, these winged creatures with big heads. You can't tell if their eyes are open or not, but they blend in so well against the canyon walls that are all around you that if you didn't know what you're looking for, it probably would have been really hard, but you spot them.
Do they look draconic? Or do they look more bird-like?
Do they look like harpies?
With a 26,
23.
sorry, with
Yeah.
a 23, and you're really able to get a closer look at them now from a safe enough distance. They look
You wanna show me what
almost
they look like?
humanoid. Yeah, I'll show you a picture.
I'll come look.
Go.
Yeah, I won't look at anything else.
But they are classified as small.
That's gross.
You still see them more from the back as they seem to be just clinging to the side of the wall, and you see appendages that they have that they use to cling to it.
Now, are they staring at us?
At this time, no. I'm gonna say you're far enough
They
away that
noticed us yet.
you don't think you've been noticed yet.
Okay. Is Maz? Are we leading the pack right now, or are we kind of?
We'll say you kind of like went around a corner and then pulled back.
Okay.
Leader of the pack.
We're gonna say Maz didn't see anything though, so.
Hey guys, I see those things over there still, but they haven't noticed us yet. I think that maybe if we're really, really quiet, we might be able to sneak past them without them noticing us.
What? I'm just kidding.
You stupid hoe.
Sorry, I had to.
Uh-huh.
Ayala's just gonna kind of cling to Azure still and just kind of bury her face into the back of his, like, neck, shoulder area and just kind of be like,
So, do we know what they are? Helene?
I'm not 100% sure what they are. They kind of look a little bit like goblins. Like they have like really long humanoid faces ish with like kind of like a swordfish nose, and they got big old like bat wings. They're really weird looking creatures. They look really familiar to me.
The
But-
fuck are you smoking?
I don't know, man. Could draw you a picture of it, but it's not gonna look pretty, and I don't have any paper as Helene.
All right. Boz. This is the last time you did not catch a glimpse of these at all. Hearing a description, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Remember what it is, because Michaela doesn't.
Remember when you remember.
Can I use guidance on this?
I will allow it.
I'm pretty sure Michaela fought these in the first campaign that we played.
Campaign?
With
Okay.
Alyssa.
Campaign?
History.
Harpies.
Maybe? No. They're not pretty like harpies.
Did I
They're like super ugly.
Did I spear one through the
22.
throat?
22.
Did I wear
So
a
with
skull?
that description finally setting in, and being the first time that you've actually seen, or
Yeah, because he didn't
now,
see him the first time.
yeah, having
saw-
some
oh,
point
no.
of visual reference for it, it clicks in your mind. These are probably dust methods.
Methods. That's what they are, yeah.
I know what those are. Not in character, but
Azure would have no idea.
Azure doesn't know.
But Jade
I
is.
personally used them. They suck.
Are we gonna die? Attack us.
How much does he know about them? How much do I know about them? Besides just the name.
Roll me a d20.
Are we gonna die?
18.
You know a lot.
Okay.
Are we gonna die?
Ooh, can I see how much I know about them?
Pause.
I would
I'm
say,
gonna find out.
given your trajectory, the history of where you kind of travel in that, you probably wouldn't know of them.
Okay. They're lower region creatures. Gotcha.
Very specific to the desert.
Definitely not
Actually-
polar bears.
Hung out.
Aaron,
like half
How many of them are there?
There's
I did. I'm very hoity-toity.
The wall is covered with them.
There's probably around a dozen or so.
No, to the wall.
Aaron, with my
These
background,
creatures on
is
the-
there any chance that I even would?
We haven't worked enough out, so I'm going to say no at this
Okay.
point.
Okay. So the problem is, if they chase us, they're faster than we are.
So they can't see us, is what you're saying. We need to be quiet.
It's like a T-Rex.
Their vision's based on no.
Are they pretty perceptive?
I don't know that part.
Shame
but
on you. I
it's-
thought you knew a
it's-
lot about these guys.
Well, I do know their speed's about 60, so they're gonna be fast.
Well, shit. Can you turn into like a dragon or something?
No,
So-
that lizard's about as big as I can become.
God damn it.
So I'll
Why
actually
can't
correct
you
it.
turn
They
into
don't move
anything
60.
Useful?
How about we just
They
keep
fly. They have a
moving?
fly speed of 60.
And
They
if
have a
we
fly
keep
speed of 30.
moving, we won't have to worry about anything. Or, you know,
With
we
your
could've
18 on the
you're right.
knowledge, I would say that
Stayed
you've got.
down the tunnel.
So they're about the. They can fly about as fast as people move.
Okay, so yeah, I was looking
Sound
at
like a
dark
good
vision.
idea.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm tired.
Me too.
Yeah.
You probably got up earlier than me, but I got up at 6 this morning with kids.
If we made it through there, we could
Got kids ready for
we could
school.
probably run from them.
No, like to work. And double P.
I don't. I can't. Can you run? Can you run with me on you?
We
If
start to
you're-
run into a lot more issues with.
You can definitely try.
I can try, but I can't guarantee that I can stay on
Can
course.
we just
Then how about
be
you?
sneaky like we
I
did last time?
I agree with the
Just walk
sneaky
past
sneaky.
them?
We could try to
Because
walk.
we
I
walked
think our
right
best bet's
past
to
them
walk
last
past.
time.
This is what I'm hoping is that they may feed at night when people don't see them.
Maybe.
Like, the only thing
But
I can think
also-
of is that Mans carries, not Mans,
Maz.
Maz carries me.
You could do that too.
'Cause-
But we walked right past them the first time and they just looked at us and they didn't do anything.
Maybe if we're
Are they bad? Are they
Russian.
bad creatures? Or are they kind of like
yeah, they're bad
Eh.
creatures.
are they evil?
They're evil.
Define evil.
But you
Which
said
means they'll attack
you
us.
said they have dark vision, right?
Yeah, they have dark vision.
So does that mean they are nocturnal?
I have dark vision. I'm not nocturnal.
Well,
I have dark vision,
you also
and I'm
don't
not
need to
nocturnal.
sleep, so
I need.
are you not nocturnal?
I'm.
You
I'm,
just meditate.
I'm diurnal.
I'm just gonna bury my head into
Diary.
whoever's holding me right now, and just being like,
That means I'm
we
awake
never
from
Okay.
established that I put you down, so.
I'm gonna start walking.
So yeah, I think we should go.
I'm going quietly, but-
That's fair.
Let's go
I'm just
cautiously through. Maybe if they see us as a threat, they won't attack.
gonna
but
nonchalantly,
yes,
just walking through.
we'll be very nonchalant.
It's fine. Don't notice me.
Don't
I'm
be
just
suspicious.
Gonna go.
Don't
Yeah.
be suspicious.
I am gonna try to be somewhat quiet though. We'll see what happens. I'm very quiet.
Helene is very quiet.
Ron is not.
I'm being carried right now. Do I need to roll for that?
No, if you're trying for stealth, no, because
Stop breathing. Just
Okay.
stop breathing
stealth
for a
is going to be
while.
based off of how
doesn't need
quiet
to
you can
breathe.
make your footsteps at this time.
I'm being carried.
Yeah, so exactly, you don't have to.
Okay, and it's not like I breathe, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for ease, since we don't have Maz, she also be carrying you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't attack Maz on the way in though. So I'm
Oh, I
hoping
assumed
Well,
that I got down.
would you attack Maz either if you saw him?
exactly. So I'm hoping that we can make it through. And the fact that there's more of us this time, it means they may be more cautious.
Oh no, Jaden, what did you roll?
A 1. Well, it's better than a 1.
It's better than a 1.
All right.
It's better
So
than
everyone's going stealthy. I rolled for Kron and Maz. But is it confirmed we're trying to be stealthy?
Yeah,
Okay. So
Stealthy
no.
slash nonchalant.
that's not bad.
so a 9.
Not suspicious.
14.
Guys, I wonder
14.
why I got a 9.
Because you're bulky and,
And
carry a
Helene,
large
what'd
sword.
you get?
If you want me to do the math, that's going to be 30.
30 plus.
Wait, not quite 30. 27.
27. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't make a sound.
It's a double.
Which is good though, because they might want to take the small one and fly away with it.
Yeah.
And I got a 15.
So
Yeah.
ultimately, all of you are being very quiet, except for Azure, who is carrying.
Me.
Yep.
I thought Maz had you.
Carrying.
Kron
Yeah.
was
He
quieter
never
than
put me down.
Azure?
You actually rolled well.
Holy shit. That's surprising.
That's
the
your
hunk of
one.
metal. The hunk of metal is quieter than you.
Azure's probably singing a little song to himself like, I killed those kobolds.
And I
But-
didn't die.
I feel like it's less one of those things that I'm singing at this point because I rolled at least high enough that I don't think it'd be that.
I'm thinking maybe it's your sword's making like a clacking
Yeah,
sound.
it's that thing of like I have enough weight on me right now. There's the extra clacks from the extra weight. There's the extra weight from the footsteps. Maybe a
I'm
little
sorry,
bit,
I don't clack.
a little bit from the fact that that wound is still fairly fresh. So I'm still like stepping down a little randomly on it a little harder than I should be.
Guys,
Just like a
I
couple
All
small
right.
things are like okay.
The thing is
I-
that
So
if Maz had healing though, he would heal Azure. If he didn't, then I would have to heal Azure. So this is why we need Maz's thing.
yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have that since Tim is not with us, so I can't say. So here's what we're gonna do.
I only have spare the dying, guys. Sorry.
You guys continue. You guys are walking forward, and as you start to pass under them, a lot of them seem to have their eyes closed. And collectively, as a group, I had Maz get a nat 20 on his stealth.
Oh.
So a nat 20 that I rolled that worked out in your guys' favor.
Good job, Maz.
Kron rolled a 19. So overall, you guys are actually doing really well.
I mean, I rolled, if you want to get technical, I rolled a 17.
Unfortunately, it doesn't count for this
I
exercise.
know.
And you guys are able to make it, and you make it to the point where that card is as you start walking past it, and you're now starting to pass some of these dust methods that are on the wall.
They're dust methods.
Yes.
The dust makes sense now.
Yes.
Oh.
It was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it makes sense.
You start passing under, like beside, more or less under some of them. So you're looking around, you see them still on the wall.
And none of
and
them
you
have
keep-
noticed us yet, correct?
None of them has noticed you yet. So you start passing a little more. and you have now just started to clear, as one of them, though, does look right out and starts looking at you guys. It has noticed you, but it isn't doing anything yet.
Mans just turns to it and goes,
Just keep walking. Don't aggravate the situation.
Hopefully they don't understand sign language.
And you see it kind of look around a little bit, but seems like you guys might have been onto something with them preferring to be a bit more nocturnal, or at least this specific group of them, as he chooses not to do anything, and you guys are able to pass on through.
Okay, let's go back to the fork and let's go the other way.
Then we'll take a longer break.
Yeah, let's take a break at the fork, maybe.
Yes.
All right.
Pending the situation.
fork.
We'll fork that.
All right.
Fork you.
Fork
So
yourself.
you guys travel the next mile or actually no, it really wasn't too far. It was only like
wasn't.
a few hundred yards.
Yeah, because
you
we
get-
could see all
Yeah.
the way and Kron stood in the middle.
So you get a few hundred yards back to where the fork in the road was. And you said you're wanting to take a bit of a longer rest.
Yeah,
After
so
we
she
do a
can-
perception check and make sure that everything's all clear and nothing
Go
is
roll me a
sus.
perception.
No, nothing is sus.
I will
Okay.
do that as well.
Yeah, I got an 11. I didn't do good this time. I'm tired.
I got a 24.
24.
You did good.
All right.
Plus 6.
Boz, looking around, it doesn't seem like the Mephits are coming. You don't sense anything
he
else.
licks the dust.
This tastes
You do,
normal.
however, echoing through that right passageway that you guys came from, you feel like you just ever so faintly heard just this bit of a horn, like echoing through, just a very faint one.
Is he gonna communicate that to us?
Damn kobolds.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay.
But hopefully, maybe the Kobolds will piss off the Mephits and there'll be a war.
All right. So,
They're smaller.
Kron speaks up. It's like, so, are we stopping, or do we want to start down the next path?
I personally wouldn't mind not a rest, but just a
I think
breather.
I need like 5 minutes.
Well, give us 10 minutes to
I
let
don't
her
know if we
set
should
her
even
foot
take
properly.
10.
Azure looks at Kron.
I don't think she needs 10. Her foot's fine.
Well, you did get magical healing, so.
You did get magical healing.
You did get magical healing.
You're right.
Oh,
At
by the
least
way,
once.
you got magical healing.
At
Everybody else said it. I felt left out.
At least once. We'll see about the other one.
Yeah, I don't know how much I've been healed yet.
Okay. Are you guys going to have a lunch, or is what you had before okay?
I'm not hungry yet. We just need to make sure her foot's okay.
My foot is fine. I mean, it's not flapping around in the wind.
Well, that's good.
I'll be
It
fine.
almost was before.
Yes.
Absolutely. But you know what? If anything, I might walk a little slower, but I'll be fine. And she just kind of looks down at Mans, and she's like, beside, he's holding things together.
Boz gives her his staff.
She kind of looks at it, and she's like, I'm not that old.
Use it as a crutch.
All right. So, with that, you guys take a bit of a breather at the fork in the road. Having escaped the Kobold cave, not knowing what led further in, sneaking past the dust Mephits, and are once again back on the correct trail, back to Suderheim after.
He says correct now.
Yep.
He can say that now.
On the road again.
After being a little more beaten up, having expended some of the abilities that you have. But with that, that is where we're going to end the episode
Yay.
tonight.
We survived. We
So,
survived.
with that, I am going to say this. On your next long rest, you will level up.
Thank you.
All right.
So on my next short rest, because I level differently.
For you, yes.
Yeah, your long rest is like a week.
No, my long rest is like half a week, whereas yours is a full week.
No, short rest for everyone else is
4 hours or
is
no, it's a whole
one
night.
night.
Is
Yeah.
one night, yeah.
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 So
Warlocks are different.
yeah.
They're built different.
Yeah, but also you sleep, and when you sleep,
Ayala's
you
got some
sleep.
special
I have
leveling
some special
requirements.
things.
Yeah.
I also am carrying 3 souls with me, so.
That's besides the point.
No, not
Actually,
really.
That's
That's exactly the point.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. You might have some conversation to
Hey, you might
discover
learn a
later.
little bit.
But anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. No one died. Someone almost did. So maybe
That's not true. The kobolds died.
no players
Kobolds
died.
aren't someone.
players.
They're not
Yeah.
someone.
No one's playing
There's
a kobold
nobodies.
too, so it doesn't technically count.
Man's actually survived this round.
But
Yeah, he didn't go poof.
thank you so much for watching, everyone. We hope
Bye.
you enjoyed it.
We're to die for.
Man, you're just rushing
We're
it.
not
But yes, we
even
are to die
there
for.
yet.
All right.
Bye.
We're waiting.